5 spiritual things I learned from my near-death experience. This is part 2. Part 1 is 5 material things I learned from my near-death experience. I will link that for you in case you haven't seen it. In case you don't know, I'm Kirsten Langston, author and intuitive, and you can find me at thirdeyechampagne.com. You can also find more videos like this and prediction videos and stuff over on the YT. The first thing I learned from my near-death experience, which was about this time last year, my appendix ruptured, I went septic. I was in the hospital, ICU, 10 days. They told me I was going to die. They were like, you are dying. And actually, they didn't tell me till after. And they were like, by the way, you were on your deathbed in there, right? And I honestly didn't believe them for the longest time until I got my medical notes. Anyway, the first thing I learned, the universe always takes care of you. This is true even when it doesn't feel like it's true. I've never felt more taken care of in my life. And that is to say, even though I was technically dying, I knew that I was okay. And I knew that the best things were happening for me that could happen for me. That I now know happens across the board every day, all day. Even when it feels like that's not the case, trust me, that's the case. The second spiritual thing I learned from my near-death experience, energy work, energy work, energy work. I've always believed in it, but what happened to me in this hospital, it was about the 6th day in, I felt all this energy flying out of the top of my head. Really harsh, nasty, hard energy, heavy energy. Hello, the king. And about 24 hours after that case, the dog wants to play. About 24 hours after that case, after that happened, they said, okay, we'll send you home in a couple days. Please incorporate energy work. We are going to let this dog do what he needs to do today. Please incorporate energy work in whatever you're doing, whether it's physical, emotional, anything you're working on, incorporate energy release, please, 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 because it really works. The third thing I've learned, I can't take life seriously anymore. And it's like a switch flipped for me. And I look at things now that seem really important or that seem like a big deal. And I'm going, I can't get involved. It does nothing for me. I used to be really heavily emotionally involved in everything. Politics, what's going on in this country. This place is at war. This thing burned down. And now I just am looking at it through the lens of something completely different. I don't know, it's not quite a human lens, I feel like. But I'm looking through another lens and going, this is a blink. It's a blink in not only, geological actual time, but in infinite time and in God's time. It's a blink of an eye. It doesn't mean anything. My own death, when it happens, won't mean anything because I'll just keep going. And I've had 1 million deaths and I'll probably have 1 million more. Looking at things from that lens, I'm sorry, the dog is shaking this. Looking at things from that lens, it puts you on permanent chill. He's going to town on his bone. The fourth thing I realized, spiritual takeaway from the near-death experience, the only truth is God's infinite love. And I'm not God lady. I've never really been, waving my God flag around. But I'm going to see if we can rest that there. Thank you, the king. You're a good boy. I realized that out of everything that could be a thing, maybe this, maybe that, the only constant, the only real thing you have is God's infinite love, and that's it. And in addition, we are absolutely a part of one big thing. We're not separate from anything. We're not separate from ourselves, each other, cats, dogs, plants, trees, the entire universe. There's no separation. We're really just one big thing. So those people that we think we're all against, they're us. The calls are coming from inside the house. And not only that, but I am a part of something that loves itself. God loves itself. God loves us because we are God. And when you realize that, when you really realize it, like in your bones, it, again, changes everything. There's just a huge shift for you. I am a part of one big thing. There's nobody for or against me, not really. we're just one big piece of God. We're just different aspects of God experiencing itself. And once you get it, you can read the books. I've read the books. I know the books. But once it clicks, it just makes a complete difference in how you live your life. And the final thing I've learned is that we are conditioned to cede our power quite a bit. And that's society. That's the way people want you. But I never really realized, now that I look at life and I go, oh, before things would just be like, oh, this is what we do. And now it's more like, why am I doing this? Oh, because you did it? Oh, because you want me to do it? I look at everything now, and I look at the ways people try to control each other and the way society tries to control us and all of this kind of shit. And it's kind of astonishing to me. Before, it was just kind of like, I don't know, I was on automatic pilot, and now I can't stop seeing it. I can't stop seeing the ways that we are conditioned to give away our power. So those are my 5 takeaways spiritually from my near-death experience. Please don't forget, if you're watching this before January 12th, I am doing 7-day candles. I'm doing candle service. So purification candle, road opener, money drawing, and what's the other one? Crown of Success for 2024. You want to get your name on the candle, go to givebutter.com/$5 Friday, all spelled out. Donate $20 and we will put your name on the candle. Thank you so much, and I will see you probably Thursday because I'm live streaming. So I'll see you Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific.